I know people say, I don't want to work at the help desk. It's not where I want to be. I want to get these 6-figure salaries that all these guys talking about. I get it. I would want to get there too, but you got to build your way up to it. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to hop right into a job that's paying that amount of money, but I think you can grow better if you get the fundamental skills and build upon top of that. You see what I'm saying? So Linux admin is essentially systems admin. And actually, let's just go to the certifications, whatever. I'll show you guys certifications. So if you new to IT, period, you never opened up a computer, you never took it apart, you never upgraded your RAM, you never did anything like that dealing with the computer. All you ever did was hit the power button and go to the browser or something like that, then it might be best to go through and take some training like ITF Plus, which is fundamentals. This is essentially everything you need to know about a computer, as well as some networking devices. It kind of touches on it. I would recommend you just go through the training. I'm not saying you have to go get certified with this, because there is a certification, I believe, for this, but this will get you base level understandings of how a computer works, how databases work, concepts. It says IT concepts and terminology, just understanding that, software development, and it's really low level skills of, I only recommend that to people that only know how to turn on the computer and go to open up their browser or something like that, and they've never really done anything outside of that. But if you have, then A+. Next up, this will give you everything you need in order to work on a computer. Take out the RAM, take out the processor, put a new processor in if one fails. Switch out the hard drives if one of the hard drives failed and you have a RAID that's running. It tells you about all the different RAID types. So RAID 1, RAID 2, RAID 5, 6, 10, all the different RAIDs and what that actually means as far as a RAID setup with multiple drives and all that good stuff. So this will give you all those skills like networking, the base level of networking. What is a router? What is a switch? What is a intrusion detection system? And how does it tie into the whole network? What is a DHCP server? And how IPs are assigned to different systems that are on a network. You need to understand all that no matter what area of IT you're going into. So if you're going into cybersecurity, in order to protect networking, you need to understand how networking works. So you need to have a fundamental baseline understanding of how a network works in order to protect it as a cybersecurity professional. You see what I'm saying? Or a systems administrator. Why is this server not booting up? Why is this the DHCP server is not handing out IP addresses? Is there another DHCP server out there that's trying to hand out IP addresses as well? And if there's a conflict and they're handing out the same IP addresses across the board to a couple different devices on the network, and that's why they can't talk, or that's why they can't, that's what you'll learn in the A+. You'll get a base level understanding of how all this stuff works together. Yeah, and here's the skills right here. So hardware, networking, mobile devices, operating system, troubleshooting. And yeah, and A+ will actually get you a job. You can get in at the help desk. I know people say, I don't want to work at the help desk. It's not where I want to be. I want to get these 6-figure salaries that all these guys talking about. I get it. I would want to get there too, but you got to build your way up to it. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to hop right into a job that's paying that amount of money, but I think you can grow better if you get the fundamental skills and build upon top of that. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully that yeah. And so also some cloud training if you want it. This is vendor neutral certification. So Cloud Plus, CompTIA is Cloud Plus. That's vendor neutral. I mean, you can kind of skip that really, because it just gives you a base understanding of how cloud actually works. I would, if you want to go the cloud route, I would then, after A+ and possibly Net Plus or Security Plus, I would take that Cloud Plus certification, or I would skip that and go over to the vendor that you're most interested in. So it could be, everybody talks about AWS. It could be Azure, GCP. There's plenty of jobs out here for all those different cloud platforms. So, but this Cloud Plus is kind of like vendor neutral. So it's not tied specifically to a cloud. And So anyway, back to your question, Bobby. Linux Plus, I would recommend Linux Plus as a certification you should take. Once you get those foundational skills, if you already got those foundational skills, skip it and go straight to Linux Plus. Take that Linux Plus exam. I got the Linux Plus certification. It doesn't help me. It really just helped me with my channel, just so I could prove that I kind of knew what I was talking about. It was really kind of like an investment for my channel. That's why I took the Linux Plus exam. Some people are like, this guy don't have any Linux certification, so why should I listen to him? So really, it was just to get it and put it out there, just to show people that I do understand Linux and to the level where I can be an administrator if I need to. I just never had one of those positions. So Linux Plus, and then yes, I see you, Bobby. I see the comment just rolled through. Yep, I was finna tell you that. Red Hat. Once you do, and you don't have to do Linux Plus. You can skip Linux Plus, but I do still recommend some of these foundational certs if you're new to tech. If you got a bachelor's degree, I don't recommend you taking especially if you cover all the A+ concepts in the bachelor's degree or the associate's degree that you're going through. You can skip a lot of these certifications, which is what I did. I didn't take A+. I didn't take I took Net Plus because I was looking to get into networking. And that's what gave me a base understanding of how networks work, network topology, IP addresses, subnet masks, all that stuff, or whatever, CIDRs, all that stuff, because I was finna go take the CCNA. So it's just like with Linux Plus. I was finna go take the CCNA. I took the Network Plus so I can get a better understanding of networking, so I can actually be successful passing that CCNA, because I'll have a better understanding of networking. Not saying it's gonna give me everything I need for CCNA, because you still have to study for the CCNA, but I took the Network Plus because I wasn't that good at networking. I didn't understand it as much as I know now. So I took the Network Plus so I can get a better understanding. And then I was finna go take CCNA because I wanted to go the networking route, but it didn't work like that. So the same thing with Linux Plus. So you can take that Linux Plus, it'll give you a base level understanding of Linux. You can prove that you understand Linux. You can possibly get a junior Linux admin role that will bump you up to a Linux administrator role at some point in the future. But that's what this cert is for. It's really so you can get a base level understanding of Linux, period, through the training and all the things that they teach you in this exam, going up to the exam and actually passing it. And then once you get in there, the vendor that you want to look into is Red Hat.